Yeah, what's up? So today we're going to have a very special Lessons for the Future episode here at the West End Fair, where you can proudly pick up your Make America Great Again thing. There's also ponies here, so that's nice. Today we're going to talk about a different history lesson, just a nice quick short one about when to quit. How do you know when it's time to just quit in your life? So today we're going to talk about a guy who had to know when to quit. This was Chief Joseph. Chief Joseph's real name was Himatuyaleket, or Thunder Rolling Down the Mountain. He was born in the Wallowa Valley, was one of the Wallowa Nez Perce, somewhere in the Oregon-Washington state border. And anyway, his father was actually a Christian. He had converted to Christianity. And so, at first it was like, okay, he took the name Joseph because his father had taken the name Joseph. That was his missionary name. However, as much as his father followed along with the white man's law, something happened. They moved, the Wallowa Nez Perce moved to a reservation, but in 1863, Chief Joseph's father had a problem. That was Old Joseph. Old Joseph was being told by the white man that they had to give up his land so that people could rush for gold on there. And this ticked off the Old Joseph. So he threw down his Bible, announced U.S. citizenship, and said, "We're done with this." So you'd think everything would be good, alright? Well, Chief Joseph, the Old Joseph, told young Joseph, "You better watch out for the white man." In fact, young Chief Joseph took to heart. Well, a few years later, there was another issue. The U.S. government wanted to move the Nez Perce to another reservation, and Chief Joseph initially agreed because he realized he couldn't fight the power of the feds. However, some of his younger warriors in the Nez Perce tribe, among not only the Wallowa but several of the other variations, were ticked off, and so they went and started killing white people. Well, this made Chief Joseph frightened. He said he knew that the government was going to come after him. So Chief Joseph and the other Wallowa Nez Perce Indians realized they had no choice. They had to go to Canada to cross the border and to escape the U.S. government into freedom. So then began one of the greatest escape tracks in world history. Chief Joseph led his people 1,400 miles, and they periodically fought the U.S. government, and then it was like, oh, crazy, people shooting. But then they got within 40 miles of the border. And finally, General Nelson Miles cornered his army, and that was done. And so Chief Joseph had a choice. He said, I can keep fighting, we're losing people are dying, the women are dying, the children are dying, or everything, or I can just surrender. Chief Joseph decided it was not worth fighting on anymore, and that's when he gave one of the greatest speeches in world history. So that was when he made the decision that he had to quit. Do you think the U.S. government was nice to him? No. The U.S. government shipped most of the Nez Perce to eastern Kansas onto a reservation. Later, they put the survivors back out west, and so the reservation, in fact, is still there today in Washington State. He never got his justice. Chief Joseph spent the rest of his life bitter and angry, and he used to speak out against the injustice of the U.S. government. So the key here lesson is this. When you're in a situation where you've got to quit, and you feel like everything's trapped, everything's around you, you're not sure if you should quit, you got to make the decision. Do you quit and risk what bad things might happen to you, or do you keep going and risk that something either better could happen or either worse could happen? That's something that affects us every day. Chief Joseph did, and that's something that inspires me every day when I'm tempted to quit, when there's days when I'm just like, you know what, I'm crazy, I don't know what I'm doing, I just got to stop. Well, that's what he went through. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. I would like more followers. Feel free to share this video with anyone you know. We also have a website, a Twitter page, and a Facebook page, and Instagram, so make sure to check all this out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.